What's up guys, Crypto Keith here from Crypto Livin, and today we're going to bring you a video about security and how to secure your portfolio and your Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies better. Because at least once a month or once a year you should be taking steps to make sure that you've done everything you can to protect your earnings and everything you've built. So we've seen people be hacked, exchanges, cloud mining platforms, even big YouTubers were hacked because they were not doing these things. And since learned a lot of things about security because of these flaws in the system, because of these vulnerabilities, and ultimately because there's money at the other end of this technology, it has forced people to put a lot of thought and effort into security and being able to secure your funds. So there's so many different techniques out there. We're going to share with you today 10 techniques that can help you secure your financial portfolio. And you might think that you don't have very much to secure, but think of it this way. In a couple years, it will be worth 10 to 100 times what it is now. So look at it like you're securing that amount of money, not just what it is right now. Here I have a bunch of things that I bought to be able to secure my Bitcoin and have it be more safe. And so I'm going to try to make it easier for you guys just coming into cryptocurrencies to do this. You can go back and look on our channel for our video about Ledger Nano if you decide to get a Ledger wallet, which is going to be one of our tips today. I also recently just bought this, and this is a universal two-factor authentication, U2F. It's made by Yubico, Y-U-B-I-C-O. You can buy this on Amazon or on their website directly, and what this allows you to do is no one can access your funds or even get into your account unless they have this device and plug it into a computer. So a second factor of authentication, and I just don't know why more people aren't using this and why big companies, exchanges, corporations are not using this. If they did, they would cut back on a lot of hacks. So here are our 10 tips, tricks, and techniques to allow you to be able to relax and not worry about your security of your funds. Number 1, diversification. Use multiple exchanges, platforms, or wallets to do your day-to-day trading. If you are not using it, or it's your savings, then store it in a separate wallet from your daily use. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket. A lot of people use a different wallet or a different wallet address for every single transaction. This is adding an extra layer of security, and as well avoids tracking of your funds and people knowing how much money you have. Some exchanges, including Bitconnect, now give you the option to freeze or lock withdrawals to only one wallet. So you can set it up to only withdraw to your wallet, so that if someone does get access to your account, they'd only be able to withdraw it into your wallet address. You can also lock or freeze IP addresses so that only your IP address can make withdrawals. And they do have certain ways like identification for you to recover this if you lose your computer or access to that wallet that you set up for withdrawals. Number 2, strong passwords. The strongest passwords consist of a long string of letters and numbers. Do not use the same password for multiple accounts. And avoid including your name, address, birth date, or other info in your passwords. Store passwords offline on paper or a USB stick. There are password generators online that you can use to create these long strings of letters and numbers that almost look like a wallet address. And these are uncrackable with a regular computer. It would take way too long. It would take multiple years to crack a password with a regular computer. And the quantum computers and supercomputers are not really at that state yet where they could even crack these. We're still a few years off from that. If you're using these complicated passwords, you can manage them with a password vault or manager. And there's so many different sites and services that allow you to use their password vault. And I was a little bit suspicious about this in the beginning. Are you not giving away all your passwords to somebody when using this? And what I've learned is, no, not really. Just like when you get your private keys to your desktop or hardware wallet and only you can access that, I think it's the same type of thing with these password vaults. Nobody else has access to those passwords, only you. A couple of managers are TrueKey or KeyPass. And Brave browser also has a bunch of built-in password vault extensions. And while we're on the topic of Brave browser could help you secure, have less people track you, actually no people track you, and people can't fingerprint you and things like that. So this could help your security too if you start using Brave browser. Number 3, desktop wallets. So desktop wallets such as Exodus or Jax are a huge step in security. Only you control your private keys and must store them properly. So don't keep the recovery seeds and things like that online. Keep them offline if you're going to use a desktop wallet. People have made the mistake of keeping them in their emails, and that's how some of these big YouTubers have gotten hacked and all their money stolen. Number 4 is hardware wallets. So similar to desktop wallets, it basically is a desktop wallet, but these things hold your private keys. So hardware wallets like Ledger or Trezor are even better because they make storing and using your private keys a breeze. If you cannot afford or access a hardware wallet, it is worth reading about paper wallets. Next, two-factor authentication, you can use something like Google Authenticator, Authy, or FIDO U2F. So two-factor authentication, or 2FA, is utilizing two verification methods to enter or withdraw from your accounts. You can use Google Authenticator or Authy or FIDO U2F, which is already installed and built into these Ledger Nanos. But if you want to use FIDO 2F for all your other accounts, you're going to have to order one of these, and they're about $5 to $10 online. So you can set this up the same way as you would set your phone up, because there's a flaw and an exploit in using your phone for Google Authenticator. And if people have your password or access to your email, they can use all that data that is stored when you make an account for your email with Gmail or something like that. Call your phone company, pretend it's you, tell them your date of birth, address, and some other information. Make the phone company think that it's you. They can get access to your phone, and they can switch it from your SIM card to their SIM card, allowing them to access your two-factor authentication. This can't be remotely accessed like people have figured out how to do with phone companies. And when you download these apps, you will need a password and the code from your cell phone to get access to your accounts. So you'll need your password and a physical device. And this is a cheap hardware wallet. It's under $20 if you want one. It's just a piece of plastic. So you can use this or a paper wallet if you can't afford one of these Ledger wallets. Number 6, Multisig or multi-signature is similar to 2FA, but instead of needing two factors to prove it's you, you need two people to sign. or two parties to sign for withdrawals. It can be set up on some accounts utilizing a friend or a third party's email or IP address. One of the main accounts that it's used on that people are probably familiar with is local Bitcoins. When you are placing an order to buy off somebody, say you want to buy a certain amount off somebody, and they already have this offer, when you place an order, their Bitcoin that they're going to send you goes into a third-party account, an escrow account. And as soon as you confirm and they confirm that you've sent the money, then they would release the Bitcoin. If they are not releasing the Bitcoin and giving you a hard time and trying to steal your money, then you would dispute that. A third-party moderator would come in and sign for the withdrawal. So it would be my signature and the seller's signature. If the seller is giving us problems, then it would be my signature and a third-party signature, multi-signature, to have the funds released from that wallet so nobody can just run away with someone else's money. It's also used on dark marketplaces when you buy illegal substances. Number 7, Wi-Fi settings. So sometimes your Wi-Fi is letting hackers through, and if you are targeted and vulnerable, it could result in a loss of funds. You can protect yourself better by not using public routed or Wi-Fi hotspots. Also, you can make sure your Wi-Fi security settings are set to WPA2 and not WEP. Number 8 is email. If a hacker gets into your email account that you use to verify withdrawals, it could be bad. People have lost a lot of money by keeping private keys, recovery phrases, or other personal info in emails. You can add a PGP or second layer of security by encrypting emails with a PGP. Now, I think some PGPs cost money. There might be some free ones out there. They're used a lot on the dark web when people want to encrypt their emails and not have anyone know what they're talking about and communicating to each other about. Also, PGPs are used with things like WikiLeaks when trying to email sensitive information and leak sensitive information. PGPs are used. Number 9. Keep a copy of all important passwords, keys, seeds, and phrases and store them in a backup location. So maybe at your friend's house or your family's house. If you have a fire, flood, robbery, or the cops decide to raid your coins, then you will be one step ahead and can recover your funds. So recently we saw ForkLog's CEO, the person that created a news outlet in Russia called ForkLog, was just raided by the police. And they targeted him saying that he was exchanging money for criminals. Meanwhile, this is a news website. They have nothing to do with exchanging money or turning Bitcoin into US dollars. So they were just using this as an excuse to raid them and take their Bitcoin. So he had his external wallets, his ledger wallets, sitting there, and they tried to pressure him into sending funds from his wallet into a wallet that belonged to the police. And he called his lawyer. His lawyer told them not to, and that they would get charged with theft if they did. Well, while he was in jail, funds were removed from his account. And the reason this was probably because he had his ledger wallet in the box that it came with his recovery phrase in the box. So a call comes like this, and he probably just wrote down his recovery phrase, put it back in the box. Now you have everything here you need to get the money out. So basically, it's just like keeping cash there. If you store these two things separately, say you keep this one at a parent's house, stash it somewhere good in your house, or in the middle of a book that no one would ever read, then chances are they're going to take this but forget this and not be able to get into your funds. And all you need is this, your 24-word phrase, to recover the funds located on here. So the funds aren't even on here. The funds are on basically a desktop wallet, and you can recover that wallet with this recovery phrase. So I would suggest not keeping a copy of this near this. Right? That's one extra layer of security you can take, because just holding your money in here is taking it offline so no hackers can get into it. But you have to also think about the people that would physically come in your house and try to take it. Another little tip is to not go around telling everybody how much money you have. It's only going to attract negative attention, create jealousy, or people that want to steal from you. So the best thing you can do is learn to be humble and not go around telling everyone how much money you have. On this channel, nobody knows how much money I have. I've not said it once. And there's other YouTubers that go and post their whole portfolios, and I'm not going to do that. You're also just telling the tax man how much money you have if you do that, and it's not going to help you. So I hope that was helpful. I worked very hard on this video. I probably recorded it about 10 times. I hope you will actually act on these things and take a day to upgrade your security to make sure that you're always one step ahead of the bad guys, the guys that want what you have. These are a couple of things that should keep you busy, and until next time, until we get more tips for you, have a great day. Hit that bell down below and get on the notification squad, and please smash that like button. It'll really make me happy. So we'll see you later, guys. Peace.